Serena Renee, y'all. Listen, it's Monday. It feel like Monday, and my brain is acting like it's Monday. Okay. Welcome back to Questions That Need Answers. I am one of your hosts, Serena Renee, and joining me shortly is my girlfriend Tavia. Tay and I created this space to have candid conversations about our everyday experiences. And if you would like to listen, y'all, it's Monday. Oh my gosh. If you would like to catch our lives when they begin, you can find us in a few places. You can find us on Facebook at Tay and Rita Live. And then you can also find us on YouTube at QTNA. Girl, I done chopped up the whole intro.
I heard part of it.
Y'all, it's Monday. And it's the first time it's felt like Monday to me in a very long time. I look it, but we showing up.
And I came into Monday like super peaceful. And then Monday didn't treat me like I was treating it. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
Like, you know how you with somebody and then you like, oh, I thought we was cool. And then we wasn't.
That's how I feel about today. So listen,
me
y'all
and Monday
gonna have
was
to bear
best
with us.
friends.
Yes, we're gonna be back to the schedule plan next week.
Amen. Hey, Miss Shelly, Las Vegas, and
Oh, that's my boo. Hi, sis.
Hey, sis. How do you turn these AirPod things up?
Turn it up on your phone.
Oh, you can't use these? They don't got no buttons or no.
No, ma'am.
What if I touch it?
Button. You're gonna hang up. If you double tap it, it's gonna hang up. So you gotta turn it up on your phone or on your computer or your phone.
On my phone. I hope I'm on my phone. I don't know. I just put them in. They just beeped.
Turn up the volume on the side of your phone. It'll go up. The side of your phone, not the headphones. Oh my God. I can't. Today is just, oh my gosh. Okay, Tay, go ahead.
Okay. I'm sorry. We're sorry about all that. So today's the top Serena, pin this while I talk. Today's topic is there's power in our words. What are we saying wrong? So we wanted to just really get into these words and these sayings that we say and we have been accustomed to saying since like forever, right? Since we were born. Maybe not born, but you just hear it around your family members and you just say them and then you're like, what am I really saying?
Yep.
What am I really speaking into my life?
One that sticks out to me, and it's. I was in a car earlier, and my ear started ringing, and I was like, "Oh, somebody's talking about me," and I'm like, "Where did this come from? Like, why did we start saying that? Like, who gave us this information that when your ears are ringing, that means that someone's talking about you? Like, where did that come from?" Or like you sit your purse on the floor, you're gonna get bad luck. Don't sweep your feet. Like, where did all of this stuff come from? And why do we just repeat it without even like looking into any type of detail? And it's like every generation we just keep passing it on and passing it over. I really want to know, where did that come from? Like, has anybody ever thought about that before?
Well, we do know, like, I don't know, I guess my part is we do know when we say these things, they become like real, like we believe them. So like if you say, like, if you really believe that you put your purse on the floor, it's gonna be bad luck, then sis, you about to get some bad luck.
No, like facts. We don't realize how many spells we cast on ourselves on a daily basis. And when you look at the word spelling words, like, why do you think they're called spelling words? Like, you cast spells with the words that come out of your mouth. Like, everything that you say, and even like most religions, like no matter what religion you in, they always talk about the power of the tongue and the things that you're speaking. But I don't think that we really like connect with that and understand how serious or how powerful our words really are. Like, a lot of the things that I feel like that we go through is we inflict on ourselves because of the way we talk and the way we think.
It's a word. All right, Bishop Rena.
That's enough. That's enough.
The bishop has spoken. I totally agree with that. I think that, you know how you start your day, you set the intention and you're like, this is going to be a good day. It works out to be a good day. I mean, I'm not gonna say except today. Like, except today.
It's still a good day, even though we have some moments.
No, it's been a good day, and everything I tried to figure out, like when I had a problem, my brain figured it out, and that was awesome. And I'm definitely thankful for that, because that doesn't always happen. When I start my day, on the wrong side of the bed, or whatever that means.
Yeah, what does that mean? You woke up on the wrong side of the bed. That's another one. Like, where did that come from? I didn't know there was a right and wrong side of the bed.
Well, I guess the wrong side is the side you don't normally sleep on. I don't know. But what I'm saying is, you set the intention, and it's supposed to happen. So if you say you're going to have it's about to be a terrible week, it's about to be a bad day, or people say, don't speak that on my life, or whatever, those things are real. Hello, Laura SB. Those things are real. So it's like some of the things we were talking about, like that people have said, and that we stuck to. I went here. I don't know why I went straight to family. All right. People say family first, right? But what if family is like some folks in the family not, they're not on the same page here, right? So we supposed to put you first. You know what I mean?
Listen, in my eyes, you got to remember, family are people. Okay, they're regular people. So if family is not acting accordingly, family ain't gonna be able to come first. I don't believe in that all family first all the time, depending on the type of family that you're dealing with. Like, if this family member is like causing you stress, and like every time they call, you got to keep altering what you got going on, and it's ruining, it's disturbing your peace, then I don't know if the family first quote or saying is good to stick to in this type of situation, sis.
Look. Okay, no, this is what I'm saying. I think these things, like, I don't know. They're not serving. They're serving to the family, right? Like, I feel like the person who made that up was that shiesty family member that just come in like, family first, and you like, like, I feel like the good family members, like, they ain't make that one up. I don't know. What y'all think? Like, we see on Instagram, we get some woo woots for Serena. All right. So I feel like some of y'all are agreeing with these things. What about like, it's in my DNA?
I don't believe in that. No, okay. It's in your DNA as far as what? Like, are we talking about a habit? Like, for example, like my mom smoked, my dad smoked, so I'm a smoker. Are we talking about that? Or my mom cursed and my dad cursed, so I'm gonna curse. Is that what we mean when we say like it's in our DNA?
I mean, I think it definitely can go either way with that. But I feel like, for me specifically, it's so many things that were told to me, like, oh, that's because you're this. That's because you're this. That's your great uncle did that. You're whatever.
Your mama was like that.
Your mom was like that, so you like that, and that's how you are. And I just feel like I know there's things we pick up, but I feel like if you say it's in my DNA, that means it's like it can't be changed. Like a leopard can't change its spots or whatever.
Right.
And I just feel like if you believe that, then you're always going to be this certain person because, it's a habit, or, this is how I grew up. Like those certain type of terms kind of go in the same, like, pot.
I feel like I think that comes from your level of awareness. Because here's the thing, like, don't get me wrong, like the way that our parents are and our grandparents, those who have come before us, they do play a big role in like the things that we pick up. Like it's repetitive habits, and you have to be aware of the fact that this is something that's running in your family, if that makes sense. But once you become aware, like, it's your duty to decide on whether you're going to accept this and I'm going to continue to keep this going, or am I going to do something that's different? Now, that process is not easy. Like, it's not easy breaking like generational habits, but I feel like you can do it. So I don't think that like the saying of, oh, it's in my DNA, or my mama was like that and my dad was like that. So what? Like, you're the only, like, humans are the only ones who actually get to get up every morning and decide what they want to do. Animals don't get that right. A cheetah got to be a cheetah. A dog got to be a dog. Like, they don't get a choice. Like, you have a choice. Like, that our creator gave us a choice. So like, you have to be aware enough to, or conscious enough to make that decision for change, if that makes sense. Hey guys.
Hey, Kay Scotty, congratulations on the baby. She just had a baby like 2 minutes ago. I don't know how she's even picking up the phone right now. Like, shout out to you. Like, that's my girl there for that. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, so we're talking about, you know, there being power in saying these words, and these words that we hear, like, that we've heard and we repeat unconsciously. Like, is this like a thing?
And then you know what? Also, too, like, we also have to try to. We got another weird comment on Facebook.
Yeah. This time it's actually YouTube. Oh my God. Well, that's great. We got our first weird YouTube comment.
Weirdo. That's weird. Anywho, I think it's also important for us to start looking up the actual true meaning of these words that we're using, because I've also realized that a lot of the words that we are saying, we're actually using them improperly. And I think the one that threw me for a loop was the word nice. Like, you know, we say, oh, that's nice. Usually when we refer to the word nice, it means something pleasant, or you like something or something like that. But when you look it up in the etymology dictionary, like, I had to write this down because it's going to freak y'all out, okay? When you look it up in the etymology dictionary, and for those of you who may not know what etymology is the meaning of words. Like, it literally breaks down the origin of the word and where it came from, like when it originally was made and what the meaning of it is. So when you look in the etymology dictionary, it says nice means foolish, ignorant, frivolous, senseless, careless, clumsy, weak, poor, simple, and stupid. And I was like, what? So think about that. We walking around saying, oh, that's nice. And girl, you so nice. And that's nice. And wonder why we got a bunch of stupid idiots walking.
Wait, you saying this in the etymology dictionary?
In the etymology dictionary, you can go
What's the difference of that one in Webster?
So Webster is a newer version of it. So you know how sometimes, like, you'll find the original version of the word, which is usually like Latin or Greek. And then after another century, they take it and then they change a little bit of the meaning. In another century, they change a little bit more. Even when it comes to like the word American.
So you're saying like it's the origin.
The origin, it lets you know what the origin is, but it also tells you the original meaning of that word when it was created. And that shot, and the only reason why I got into this is because I kind of started studying like the whole Black Law Dictionary and all of that stuff, because remember when I was telling y'all about the whole birth certificate thing? And
I remember. Y'all, let me just pause. Serena is so woke, right? And when she first became woke, when her eyes was first awoken, we wasn't woke. So we was looking at Serena like she had lost her whole mind. Like, she was telling us like conspiracy sounding stuff, like just the craziest sounding, like, and we were like texting on the side, like, y'all, should we go check on Serena? Like, we wasn't sure what was going on. And I mean, it took us a little bit, but we get it. And so what she's talking about is like those numbers on your birth certificate. Now, if y'all know, if you know that little hashtag. That's a whole thing. That's a whole. But the book, go ahead.
The book. But yeah, the Black Law Dictionary is basically what they use whenever you go into a court system. So I think what it was the word person. So to us, we think the word person is like you and I. It's another human being. Like, it's my friend. Like, that person over there that's in the grocery store is just another human being. Mm-hmm. But in the Black Law Dictionary, a person is a corporation. So when you're dealing with them and they're sending you all of these type of letters and things like that, you think that they're just talking like, oh, okay, this is just person. No, they're dealing with you as an entity. Like, you're a corporation. This is a business. Like, so when I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, person. I'm like, so what's a person then? Like, what's a human being? So what it is it's different. It's the live person. So there's a person and a live person. Live person is somebody in the flesh. But actually just the word person by itself is a corporation. And this is the big book that they use whenever you go and deal with like the Supreme Court and stuff like that. These are the terms that they're using. And this is how it's real easy to get tricked up in our systems, because you going in there thinking you know what you're talking about. They using a whole nother damn meaning of the words that you think you know. So once I got into, I literally had to stop at one point because it was freaking me out on how many words that we have been using that really means the opposite. Like it means the opposite of what we're using them for. So I try not to say nice. Like I try to use the correct words, but it's difficult, especially when you're dealing with people out in the everyday world and they think you crazy because, you know, just like you said. Mine ain't funny.
It was just new, okay? And it was not the Serena that we knew. I can't say we. I'm just gonna say me. I was like, you know what? I understand a lot of stuff she's saying, but what is going on? Like, I mean, that's a whole other time. We're not gonna talk about when Serena became woke and how we was all like, what this really speared from is I wanted Serena's woke butt to explain to the congregation, Bishop Rena, why are folks no longer saying good morning and happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas? Like, what did I miss? Because no one told me. It's just suddenly, it was like, great risings. And I was just like, let me Google it. Let me Google it. Then Serena was like, oh, what are you guys doing for harvest? And I was like, what is that? I am not a farmer. So I have no clue. We did not talk about this beforehand. So whatever you say is going to be new to me. So I'm ready. I'm ready, sis.
Well, the whole switch between good morning and great risings kind of goes back to us properly using words. So when you look at the word good morning, you break it down, you're saying good morning. Like mourning is usually when you're like, you're sad, like you're mourning over a loss, like you're grieving or something like that. So it's like when you wake up in the morning and that's the first spell that you cast on somebody is good morning. Like, I don't want to mourn when I wake up. I want to rise when I wake up. So we swapped it and we turned it into great. Well, I'm not going to say we because it was people saying it before me. We started saying great risings. And over the last like 4 years, like that's what I've been saying in the morning. Instead of saying great morning, I say great risings. So that's basically where that came from.
I have a question for y'all. But isn't morning M-O-R? See, and morning is M-O-U-R.
Right. So that was always my thing. But honestly, for me, that sounds better in the mornings to me. So I never like went too far into it. But you know me, I'm real technical. So that was always like the one thing I'm like, but the spellings are different. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know if it matters. I mean, it matters, but you're hearing it. So yeah. I don't know if hearing it and seeing it is different. But for me, I was just like, you know what? I like great risings. Like, let's just stick to that. So, but that's basically where it came from. But you're just like me. I was like, it's different.
So what's the deal with the harvest?
With harvest. So, you know,
great rising. Why so cold?
Shut up. Shut up. It is not morning time. I cannot stand you.
Oh. So, can I say good evening or is there a new term?
Shut up. Yes.
I want to know. I really want to know. I'm being funny, but I want to know.
I haven't heard anything for the evenning. I feel like good evening is okay. Like, I don't see anything wrong with that word. That could be negative. Yeah. I cannot. All right. So as far as like harvest goes, it's like, you know, throughout our whole life, like we're told this little happy story about the pilgrims sitting down with the damn Indians and breaking bread with each other, and they just invited them in for a great, you know, picnic or dinner or whatever. And this is why we celebrate Thanksgiving. But as I started doing more research, like I realized how disrespectful that holiday really is to the Native Americans, because that's not what happened. There was no sit down like, oh, come and let's break bread together. Like, no, like these people came, stole these people land, murdered and raped their children, and they fight for it every single year. And I don't know if it has to do with me being in Florida now that I live in such of a diverse place. I'm able to be around more of these people that come from those certain parts of the world. But they've been fighting to like get that holiday canceled for the longest. And to me, I'm just like, how can I participate in something like this that was so treacherous to my own people? You know what I'm saying? So for me, instead of celebrating like Thanksgiving, I rather celebrate harvest. Like, it's a change of the season. Harvest time is very important because that has to do with our food, like, and our crops that we get from growing our foods and stuff like that. So my family still likes to get together. I think everybody's family is pretty much in a routine already, and we do enjoy each other on the holidays. It's a time where we feel good about being with family, but we've just decided to like change the narrative, I guess. We're still getting together, but let's celebrate something that's real instead of celebrating something that's made up to cover up some bullshit that happened to some people.
Okay. Well, hi Reynard.
Why so cold? Hey boo.
What I want to say is two things. You said the word picnic. Are you allowed to say picnic? Because you know where that word come from.
You right. We ain't allowed to say that either. Well, they made it cookout.
Join, sign up for the cookout. Plug. Yes. No. So I understand the Thanksgiving. I didn't realize that like people were fighting. I don't know. Ooh, I feel like crazy for even saying this. I didn't realize people were fighting to get the whole Thanksgiving canceled. Like, I thought like it was the whole Columbus Day thing that was the big issue. Because I done ended that, right? I want to work for that day. I be offended when my kid's off of school that day. No, he needs to be in school. He's not about to be. We going to do something today. Hey, 24K Diamond. We are talking about you became Serena became woke, and then all her words start changing, and did nobody know what was going on. So we're talking about how Serena does not say good morning anymore. You see the group text, and she also does no longer celebrates Thanksgiving. She celebrates harvest. And last week I was just joking, but I knew Grand Rising. That's what she just wrote. Okay. I found out last week into a joke that Serena don't even celebrate Christmas no more. She is celebrated winter solstice. Okay. Yes. Explain.
Yo, you putting all my business on blast right now, but it's cool because I like to share with people. But I don't know, I'm just not in the habit. For me, like, I don't like celebrating things that I don't know are actual fact and true. Like, I'm not with the movement of what everybody else is doing. And the whole thing with like Christmas is like, one story is that we're celebrating Jesus's life. The second story is that some fat white man is sliding down our chimney to deliver gifts to our children. When half of us live in an apartment, you don't even have a damn chimney, but you telling your children that anyway. Like, I'm over the lies. And like I said,
hold on. Sorry. When you say stuff like this, you're supposed to give people a trigger warning so they can turn it down for their kids.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, I didn't know y'all kids was on the live. But yeah, like I just don't want to, because I know that my words have meanings, and the rituals that we do, because that's what these are. Like, these holidays are actual rituals, and there's energy in that. So because I know that they have so much power when you participate in these things, like, I don't want to participate in it unless I know for sure that this is something that is, one, actual fact and true, and two, that's not going to I don't want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's not detrimental to us. And when I say detrimental, like, I guess I think of like the whole us lying to each other. Mm-hmm. Like, that whole like Santa thing really bothers me, especially if we're supposed to be celebrating the birth of Jesus. What does Santa have to do with Jesus? Kind of like the same thing with like Easter. Like, what the hell do Easter eggs have to do with Jesus' resurrection? I just feel like in this over here in America, like, they literally have created a holiday almost every month or every 2 months to get us to come and spend money. Like, and I'm not into it. So as far as like the whole winter solstice goes, winter solstice is something that actually happens. Like, winter solstice it's actually December 21st of every year. And it's the time that I believe it's the North Pole, but one of the poles is tilted the furthest away from the sun. So that's why in the wintertime, our nights get longer. And in the springtime, our days get shorter because the earth is actually doing the tilt. So it has to do, what did Diamond say? Facts, I still be shopping though. But and it also marks the start of an astronomical winter as well, like things that is going on in the universe. So because I know that that's actual facts, I'd rather celebrate that than to celebrate something that I don't even know to be true. And then even the whole thing with Jesus' birthday, like most people don't know that in the past, Jesus' birthday has been switched like 4 or 5 times. Like at one point it was in January, like at one point it was in October. The latest one is the one that we celebrate now, which is December 25th. But my thing is, if Jesus was born in a manger outside of December 25th in Jerusalem, how is that possible? Because the average temperature in Jerusalem at that time is cold as hell. So how was y'all outside with this baby in this hay with no clothes on?
I heard it was born in September, but it was a miracle. So it don't matter what the weather was outside anyway.
Yeah, and that's that spooky shit. Like they always try to throw that whenever they don't know how to fully explain something, they say it's a miracle. Like they know, like there's science to everything. There's an explanation to everything, even when it comes to the spiritual stuff. Like that's how I feel. So for me, I'm not in the business of just following a crowd and doing stuff because it feels good. Like, I want to make sure that if I'm putting my energy into stuff, like I'm putting my energy into something that's real and true and is going to help benefit. I don't like following along with stuff that I don't really believe in my heart or know for sure is true.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
look at Diamond. Wait, Diamond said, so take you off the Christmas shopping list. You can put me on the winter solstice list, sis.
Ain't no list.
I don't get offended when people don't buy me gifts because, I mean, I don't participate in that. I mean, sometimes I will with my friends, like if we doing like, but in my mind, it's okay. I'm gonna be honest. It's hard to break because everybody around you does it, and you don't want to end up being like the person else says. I'll still come, but I'm not about to be going and getting no tree. I'm not about to do all of that stuff. Like.
Well, let me. I respect your thing about the Christmas. Okay, I mean about the other stuff too. You know, but I'm talking about Christmas right now. But let me quote Diamond when I say Diamond quoting you. I don't think our energies are aligning right now. In wokenese. And those woke folk got terms. As we all do.
I ain't that damn woke.
That woke.
You not no wokenese. No, I'm not. What is that? Sound like a sandwich.
Ooh, it do. What I'm saying, I think for me, for celebrating, not that you asked, but for celebrating Jesus' birthday, I think if you were, my birthday's in June. Yours is a week before mine. And if you were to celebrate my birthday in August and you want to celebrate me and do things for me, I'm not mad. I'm just saying. I'll celebrate my birthday in August. You missed June, that's cool. Or like maybe you celebrate in April, we're a little early. Like that's fine. Like in the future, if my ancestors celebrate my birthday on the wrong day, I don't think it's gonna take anything away from my memory or, like that part of me, right? And then this is the part that gets me, because there are things in the Bible specifically, if we're talking about Christmas, that I'm just like, I don't know, right?
Where they tell you don't put up a tree.
No, I didn't see that one. They don't want us to put up trees?
Girl, I didn't find that out until last year. Like, that there's a scripture in the Bible that tells you, because I guess at that time there were people, or I don't know if they call them pagan at that time, and really pagan just means anybody that's not Christian. But I guess there were people worshiping the trees or something like that. But there is a scripture in the Bible that says, like, do not put up a tree. So that's the thing that I'll be confused. I'm like, how do Christians be pushing the Christmas so much.
Well, this is what I'm gonna say. This is where I was getting to. I think there's so much there's stuff in the Bible that I'm not sure. I'm like, I don't know if I'm like fully agree with that, like, or like this might be wrong, or this might be applied to this time. Is this really, you know, like I'm just have like sometimes I have like I'm just not sure. And my answer to that is that there's people who are involved in writing and people are flawed. And everything is not perfect. And I'm not perfect. I can't expect anything in life to be perfect. Jesus said, you know, he's only one that is perfect. So if my connection is with God or Jesus, then it has something to do with like if someone, you know, wrote something wrong or it was changed in translation, or it was changed because somebody wanted you to have some faith so they can keep you under their thumb. I don't know, but I do know that faith is the belief in things that are unseen and the unseen. Like I don't always have all the facts. Like I don't always know all the answers to everything. So I just accept that. Like I just don't have it all, and I just have to keep some faith. You know,
I agree. And I would say that it really wasn't so much the date of the actual birthday that bothered me, because it's just like with Mother's Day. Like mothers don't only get one day. Like we celebrate our mothers throughout the year.
You better.
So it wasn't that bothers me. It was more so the whole switching out Jesus for Santa Claus. And that's the thing that really threw me off. Like, what does this jolly do have anything to do with the real reason why we're saying we're celebrating at this time? And then the fact that we, like, some people really like tell their children like that Santa is, and they be old as hell not realize like their parents still get dressed up and do the whole Santa thing in the middle of the night, and they be grown as hell. And I'm just like,
that's cute.
I don't get it. It's cute, but it's like, what are we teaching them? Like, are we teaching them to lie or just go along with stuff because it feel good? Like, I don't know.
I feel like I think I think that's the next week topic, because I definitely we just started doing Elf on the Shelf in our house, and not that we never
heard of that before until like
it's new. It's new. Yeah, it's like
I didn't hear it until I moved to Florida, and that was 8 years ago. People was down here playing. I said, "What is Elf on the Shelf?" I never heard of that.
Yeah. We just I mean, the elf just showed up to our house is what I mean. That's what I meant to say, baby. Okay. That the elf just showed up to our house. And we never pushed, like, we never said anything, literally never said anything about, you know, homie in the North Pole or whatever. We never said nothing. He just knew stuff. We had never said anything about it. He just knew stuff. And I'm just like, when you have you see their little faces and you're just like, you know.
So what's wrong with, because like, okay, for us growing up, my grandmother never did the Santa thing. We participated in Christmas, but you know, Granny was super, that was church Granny, okay? She like, we celebrating Jesus and that's it. But my grandma told us straight up, like, ain't no damn Santa buy this stuff. I bought this shit. And it was still fun. Like, my grandfather, he'll put his little hat on and he'll go around and hand out everybody's gifts. Like, what's wrong with changing the narrative to making it like you? Like, just like how you said, oh, the elf just showed up. I'd be like, baby, I don't know how this stuff got there. I don't know. Maybe daddy. I don't know. Maybe daddy got superpowers or something. Or maybe daddy woke up in the middle of the night and I don't know. Like, why can't we relate it like to something real instead of like damn elves and fat ass Santa? I'm like,
I think you just feel a way about him being possibly diabetic, and that's really not the point. Okay.
No, I do not. It has nothing to do with his diabetes.
He eats so much candy in the movies.
I guess it's more so like, you know how people tell the story like, oh, slide down the chimney and he delivered the presents. Like, nigga, you live in an apartment. Like, you don't even have one. Like,
okay, so I seen this on Pinterest, and it said on Pinterest, like, we don't have a chimney, so here's a magical key, and you leave this like skeleton looking key with like a outside of your door with like a little gift tag that says that. Obviously, it's not gonna unlock your door because the homies is, you know, you don't know where you live, but you know,
why not? God blessed us with these gifts. Like,
Mm-hmm.
God stopped by our house at night and blessed our family with these gifts. Like, I don't know. It's I guess I'm just trying to learn how to change the narrative to make it more realistic, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, I guess I understand like realism, but it's I don't know. There's this magic in being a kid and being like having that imagination and having like this limitless, I can do anything, like
Absolutely.
attitude, like the things that like your kids will come up with, and you're like, that's a good idea. Like that you just never like because they don't see the barriers that we see, and it's just
Right.
this beauty in it. So I understand that people not wanting to. I want to like break their kid's spirit. I understand like you don't
But
want
you're
to.
only breaking their spirit because they've been taught that for all this time, and
Yeah.
everyone at school has been taught it. So if we were to, I guess, change the narrative, it's like we wouldn't even be breaking their spirits anymore, like because there's a new narrative. So I mean, but I get it. I don't want nobody on here thinking that I feel like I don't like y'all or I feel away because y'all celebrate Christmas. Every time each his own. Like I'm not.
Girl, don't nobody feel that way. I know. I mean, somebody could feel that way, but that's ridiculous. Like, why would someone say? I don't know.
No,
I mean,
but I've seen debates online where like people are like, y'all need to stay out of people's business if they want to tell they children about Santa. Don't be ruining it and how you feel and stuff like that. So I don't want nobody to think that like I'm trying to ruin y'all Christmas. She just asked what I was doing. That was it.
Look, I hope.
And don't get me wrong, I love the feeling around this time of year. I do. I love how warm it is. I love the lights. I love everything. And it always puts me back to being a child, like being with my family and hopping from house to house and going to eat and get my gifts and spend time. So like, yeah, it's just I don't know. I still like the decorations. Like I'm
it's
still
pretty,
putting
y'all.
my lights up.
It's pretty, y'all. I'm gonna have to find out.
Love is Holistic says, yeah, baby boy is going to know this year. Mommy spent all her hard-earned cash on him. We already had the talk. That's awesome. I feel like I would be more so into doing something like that. Like, baby, I went and did all this stuff to make sure that today, like, we had it. Like, and I'd rather that instead of the other story. But to each his own.
Yeah, girl. Well, hello to my my grandparents here on Facebook. I see you both. Nana also says like you too.
Hi,
Serena.
Nana.
I want you all to, just think about the things that you're doing and the words that you're saying, because as Serena says, another, I guess, a woke term Serena has taught me today is casting the spells.
Yes,
stop
ma'am.
casting.
They are called spelling words for a reason, sis. What spells y'all casting on a daily basis? That even goes for your thoughts too. Like I be having to check my own self. Like I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, dang man, like my stomach, like I wish my stomach and I can't stand my leg and I can't stand. Like if you talk to your body like that, how do you expect for it to change? You don't even give love to your body and it's yours. Like
I'm gonna leave it with this. There's this podcast I listen to called the Life Coaching Podcast. I only can listen to like one episode every few months, and then I gotta work on myself, and then I'd be like, "Whoo, Lord," because it's not. She just be giving you the like straight plain, tell you about yourself.
Right.
But if you ever listen to the podcast, it kind of like tells you. She has this ongoing thing where she says like your brain is like a toddler. And it just does whatever it wants to do unless you control it, unless you control the narrative and your thoughts. So just because it comes into your head doesn't mean that that's like a thought that you try to think. You know what I mean? Like just like there's stuff happening in there. We don't understand the brain fully. We don't understand everything about the body fully, but there's stuff happening there that's out of your control. But you have to then rein it back in. Like, all right, little man. Like,
right. That's why it's important to explore your thoughts. And that's something that I had to force myself to start doing, because I would realize that I would get certain thoughts. And whenever they were thoughts that I didn't necessarily like or want to have, I would shut them down and pretend like they're not there. But then it still comes back up. And next thing you know, it manifested into my life because I never sat and like explored the thought and trying to figure out, is this really how you feel or are you tripping? Like, did you get influenced by somebody and you just didn't realize it? Or because that happens a lot subconsciously, like you and your mind be like, where did this come from? But you didn't know that while you was out at the store, you was just checking out, but your subconscious was picking up on something in the background that really triggered that thought, but didn't have nothing to do with you. You know what I'm saying?
Sis, that's a topic. That's a topic. Hello, Patsy. I want. Oh, I'm gonna read that in a minute, Nana. I want.
Like what happened?
Oh no, it's fine. But I just want you all to know, definitely, like you're saying, that instead of ignoring it, at least my habit that I've created is to tell myself the opposite and like make myself believe not believe it, but just like it's a child, right? Your brain's a child, right? So it's just like, oh, you're fat. Girl, you're not fat. What you talking about? Like it like is just, and then it's like that's it. That's it. Just saying it out loud, and that's it. Like, I mean, yeah, I look a little crazy myself in the grocery store, but I'm okay.
And Les Brown said just like he said every now and then you gotta tell yourself, shut up, shut the hell up. When you get them thoughts that sounded crazy, sometimes you gotta scream and be like, shut up. Like I be having moments like that too, like Raina, shut your ass up, shut up.
I thought I was crazy.
No, you have to. You gotta keep your mind in check or it will take over.
Me and Anna had this conversation after I had the baby. I'm not going to out the conversation, but she had told me something and I was like, oh shoot, you died. Oh, you're back. Uh-oh. Okay, you came back. Okay. She told me something and I was like, oh, that's a good point. And it just like explained to how you know, we got to talk about our brains.
But I think that should be the next topic, is to talk about how we process thoughts, dealing with the subconscious and the conscious mind, because they are completely different. I think that would be the topic next.
Subconscious versus conscious mind. See y'all next week talking about that. Nana says that her nephew used to tell all the kids, if your kids are around, but volume down, that there was no such thing as Santa Claus. And I can do that. Anyways, I hope everything's going great at Highly Textured. I know you got a little team going together. I seen you with the organization on the shelves, sis. Girl. Is there anything? I know you just did you finish all your shipping for all those that big sale you just had?
So yes and no. Well, for the actual sale, yes, there were some orders that came, and if anybody's on here, which there may be one person on here that has an order, anything that came that week after Black Friday, those are gonna go out this week. Bear with me. I just had an unexpected move out of nowhere. Had a couple maintenance problems, so I am actually in the process of moving. I will be in the place by tomorrow, so just give me a few days. But we do have like some different stocking stuffers that are on the website, so if you guys haven't had a chance, make sure you go check it out. The peach body oil is actually in a 1 ounce right now, which is like the perfect travel size. Even if you're not doing the stocking stuffer or you just want something to throw in your bag to make sure you're smelling good, sis, you might want to hop on that 1 ounce size. But check out the website. The minis are great for stocking stuffers as well. And if you want to try the brand for the first time, that's like the best set that you can get. I mean, it's enough for you to get at least 2 to 3 tries out of the product to see if you want to make the big investment. So that's about it. What's going on with Ratchet Paper? When I'm mad I don't have none yet, because I need some to take shots with.
See, what happened was, no, I know you're gonna get some. I think that it has been more than we have expected. It's been great though. We have to do one more product shoot for the second set. It's the Christmas, like the modern Christmas set. But we've been getting some good feedback from the Ratchet Paper. But if you guys are interested in that, follow at Culture Paper Co. And sign up in the link in my bio or their bio, or there's links everywhere that you should just sign up, so you'll know the launch is December 10th, and we'll just send out an email and be like, hey, it's happening now, do it.
Yes.
Yeah, girl, it's this shipping situation and like the packaging, that's where we're at. We're just like, our stickers should be coming in for our like packaging on the outside. We're using these triangle tubes because then you can't because it's the wrapping paper comes in sheets, right? It's separate sheets. So, and they're going to be rolled up. But if you put in a square box, it'll crush. You have to use a triangle. So these triangle boxes, it's a whole thing. But it's been really, really fun to figure it out. And I've been posting. My mom was like, I'm trying to like everything, but every time I turn around, there's new posts. I'm like, well, thanks.
No, I've been loving the content that you guys have been putting out. And two of my friends that were on the live last time, they actually reached out and said that they were loving it too, and they were like ready to purchase. So I'm so happy for you.
Yay, thanks, girl. Well, this has been wonderful, everyone. This is more than we expected. I feel like we should split it up and be like, we did it next week. But Culture Paper, we'll see you on Thursday. We launch Thursday, December 10th. And you should just come follow me so you don't have to remember that date, because remembering dates.
Yes. And make sure you turn on your notifications for both of our pages as well.
Definitely. We'll see you guys next week. We're talking about the unconscious mind, right?
Conscious versus subconscious mind.
That's what I said. Don't let her lie to you.
Oh, now I'm the liar. Later, guys. See you next week.